Good morning to all. I am B.PRAMOD, pursuing second year by PC. My team name is NEET ASPIRANTS. So as a part of School Innovation Marathon, we had chosen a project for the School Innovation Marathon. We can see the aspects like we had chosen the theme Sustainable Development, Agriculture and Organic Farming in controlling different types of erosions. So this is the theme, and the topic under the theme is Ideal Agriculture and Organic Farming with Modern Techniques, and the sub-theme is Recreating Wood to Good. And we chosen different types of varieties of thoughts and we introduce in this project. So this is the whole project, whatever we had done, and we are presenting over you that the project plan is big, all this the plan, overall the plan is this one. So we can see here we used different types of energies, means renewable energies. By the energies we can easily gain more energy and we can produce more yield in a yes. Controlling air and water pollution and producing steam and thermal energy. In this we use in that in earlier days, in our olden days, the villages we can see that most of the trees and the husk and the paddy grasses will be available there. So instead of that we can burning them freely. So it leads to the air pollution and it is going under waste. So we are using them for the process to producing agriculture and energies. Whatever the wood that we had collected in the villages that we had taken, and the water in a container, it is in the polluted way. So the polluted water that is present over in the container, we are going to steam that. At particular temperature, the water goes into the steam. So it forms in a steam energy. Beside that, we are giving that heat absorber machine is placing. That heat absorber machines that absorbs the heat and producing the thermal energy. Here thermal energy and the steam energy going to the particular in the electrical energy it converts. So and here beside that you can get a small doubt, by the burning of these woods you can leads to the air pollution. So to reduce the air pollution we placed a scrubber machine that can absorb all the smoke whatever had been we are burning. So by the scrubber it undergoes electroplating and the total pollution and the smoke will be reduced and pure air will become here. So we can see that the burning of the agriculture, whatever I had told you, that the points will be here. Here next, preparation of Panchagavya. So we know that our India is the most populated country. So day by day India is increasing the population. So we need more amount of food. So our farmers, they are saying that at the particular time, at this present days, they are using chemical fertilizers. By the chemical fertilizers, the yield will be more. But the thing is that whatever we are going to be consumed these many days, that we have to be replaced double to the hospitals by the damaging our health. So we know that it is the old method only, but no one is following. So we know that our ancestors told that old is good. So by using this method, by the Panchagavya, we can reduce most chemical fertilizers and we can give organic way, and that gives to the good health. So we can in this way we can we had used that in the Panchagavya: cow milk, cow ghee, curd, milk and cow urine and cow dung. By this we placed a container. In that container we are going to be pour all those things. At up to 2 to 3 weeks we have to be stir them, and it comes into the odor flame and odor smell, and it gives to, and if we can spray on the fields, that helps to the field that the insects cannot become, and it leads to the more yield. So like that, and they cannot be harmful the organisms and friendly farmers. If we can use all these things, they cannot be harm to the microorganisms and friendly farmers. If we can use the chemical fertilizers, they harm to all those things. Next is yes. In a solar shed, culturing earthworms on cocoa peach to prepare cocoa peat and vermicompost. Yes, we can see here we have placed a shed. In the on the shed we are placing the solar plates. By the solar plates, automatically the solar energy will become. Behind the shed we placed 2 sheds, like one is cocoa peat, another one is vermicompost. So as we know that in the villages we can see dry waste and wet waste. So the dry waste that we have to place on the culturing plate, and we have to be culture the earthworms on that. So we know that in the dry leaves minerals consistency is more rich in more. So by the excreta of earthworms it rich in minerals. And whatever the cocoa peat means we can use the coconut peach. In the coconut peach, whatever the fiber is there, the fiber will be eaten by the earthworms and the threads will be remain. By the threads that we have to be placed in the bags, and the vermicompost, whatever the excreta of the earthworms are there, that we have to place in the bags of bags. So it is rich in minerals, and whatever in the place where the starting of the slide, we can see here. Yes, here we can see the coal and the ash will be produced. In this, the ash, and we can see this. Here ash is there, and ash and here minerals consist. They both has to be mixed, and that is rich. Ash is rich in carbon, and the leaves in rich in minerals. So both carbon and minerals, they can combine, and we place it and we pack it into the bags. For nitrogen fixation crops like Jilugu and green gram pesaru to be grown in the field. So these many days the farmers, they had sprayed chemical fertilizers and the total land being polluted. So before that, if they has to be crop for the earlier starting times, so they has to be fixed the particular crops like Jilugu and pesaru that gain more nitrogen to the soil, like they are rich in nitrogen fixation. So for the nitrogen fixation crops like Jilugu and green has to be cultivated in the field, that helps in the fixation of nitrogen, and it helps in holding of the water. So while whatever the bags we had placed that has to be given to the farmers, and they has to be ploughing the soil to change the layers of the field. Yes, and we recently had told that that the changes of the layers before the farmers, these many days they take in the chemical fertilizers and they spread, so the totally land will be polluted. So the farmers, they has to be ploughed and the layers has to be changed. Whatever the layer has to be, the ground layer has to be come forward and the up layer has to be go down. So up layer they cannot reach anything. So whatever the bags we had placed in the before that bags has to be given to the farmers, and the bags they has to be sprayed on the land. And the crops like Jilugu and pesaru, they has to be grow fast, and that has to be cultivated, and that has to be cultivated in that, and the nitrogen fixation will be good. And whatever the spread in the soil, absorb the good nitrogen and minerals, the crop that what had been cultivated in the field. Yes. Using of wind energy, continuous water flow and drip irrigation system. Yes, recent and whatever the energies we had already taken, like thermal energy and solar energy and steam energy, all these energy that are converted into the electrical energy. By the electrical energy, we placed it here. And another thing is that we placed it in wind energy. Means the wind automatically that is connected to the bore well, then the bore automatically flows the water. So to reduce the water waste, we placed a tank under that, and the tank consists of one bore and one motor. That motor has to be connected to the electric, and that the water has to be flow up to the overhead tank. And the automatic the overhead tank will be filled, and the down water stream will be come down, and that water will be connected to the drip irrigation system. The drip irrigation system will be gives a particular instant that the water has to be go in particular plants at a small amount. Introducing of crop system in paddy cultivation. So as these things as we placed here, so you can get a small doubt that if you are giving these type of methods, it is good, but if you can introduce for the water cultivating the crops like paddy. In this paddy we can see that it is rich in water, so that we has to be placed that by the spraying of panchagavya, the insects cannot be come on the plant, but the underground of the what about regarding the shoot has to be protected. So we introduced the crab system. It is already working in China, and now it is recently introduced in Kerala. So that by the introducing of crab system, the crabs they can automatically kill the insects and cut the weeds. So by that automatically we got two benefits. One is paddy cultivation, another one is crab growth. At the particular 6 months after, the paddy will be cut off and the crabs will be sold in the market. Overall view of total project, and whatever we had thought that in this project we use thermal energy, steam energy, solar energy and wind energy. By using all this energy, we are going to cultivate all the crops. Also, we reduce the air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution and environment pollution. Yes, we can see that these whatever we had used and all these are biodegradable. Most of the farmers in India, they are thinking that by using of the chemical fertilizers only, they can gain more yield. Yes, at present days this is a fact. But the fact is that at the end of the particular time, yield will be more, but the whatever they had consumed these many days, that they have to be replaced by the W to the hospital, exactly by the damaging of our health. So we know that old is gold. The method that we have chosen is old only, but the fact is no one can follow old methods. By using all old methods, our health will be good and our life period will be increased. To use Panchagavya system, yes, in before video I had explained. like coco peat, vermicompost, nitrogen fixation crops like jiluga and green gram. Controlling soil pollution by spraying them, along we will introduce a new system called crab system that helping a lot farmers to give double benefit to them. So the project aim is to reaching the old, recreating old to gold. It helps in making rural India sustainable and adapt a usage of renewable resources. So thank you for giving this opportunity, and one small thing, one note is that we can introduce a technology in this field, but the farmers at this present days, they cannot reduce their life period because of they are working their fields. If you can introduce the technology in this, they can be fall into the lazy, and there is a chance to be ill. So we are not introducing the technology in this, but we are using all the resources. We are going to be irrigate the crops and being agriculture and organic farming in a good method. Thank you for giving this opportunity.